All the links you need to join my chat or take action on the course or the mentorship are here. Otherwise, click that Twitter link to private message me. It's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Hbar update for you. Make sure you do leave a like on this video and a comment if you can, even if it's just an emoji or thank you. And make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 6K. Hopefully I can give you some loads of free value today, and it does help you going forward with some TA on Hbar. Now, a few months ago, maybe now, I had this downtrend over here or somewhere like this, and we were accumulating in this area right here on the break of any trend line. And this is a specific, I've told you many times in the past, I do not like trend lines. I'm going to show you today why. Because we can see that we broke out over here and we were accumulating right down there on the channel completely for free. We said if you're going to enter any buys over here, you must have your stop loss over here. And that's why we have this dotted line, the invalidation point. We're going to look at this very soon, don't worry guys. But in the last video update, I did draw out this range for you, and we simply said we want daily candle closes above or below. We can look at it at the lower time frames as well, but you know, a daily candle close is like such a good confirmation, because if we zoom in quickly, and we'll look at it in more detail on the lower time frames, but we can see here, if we zoom in, we were above the yellow dotted line. So on the lower time frames, it would have seemed as if we were to go and continue going up. But unfortunately, before the daily candle close, it closed back under. And so that's why I love a daily candle close through this or through this. At the moment, you can see we actually closed above yesterday. We were under, but closed above. Right now, we are below. So it's looking, if it can close below, to come back down to this low over here, looking for the invalidation. Again, you can bounce from here, which would be funny if it does, but we're trying to lose this low. Right now, it's been retracing back down to this low over here. That's what I was saying in my last update, and I gave this head and shoulders pattern for you guys. So let me know in the comment section if you took that. But again, we will look at this closer, but we can see, luckily enough for you guys, I did say wait for daily candle closes. As you can see, maybe on the 15-minute and the 1 hour time frame, it did break out, but had a throwback or a fake out. So I'm very happy that I was able to inform you about this. And now we're going to go back to this downtrending line and why I do not like trend lines, essentially. So you're kind of getting a free mentorship session as well in this. Now, if you want to take the mentorship or take part of my course, everything you need will turn you into a self-sufficient trader from zero knowledge. We have over 80 plus students that are currently in the Discord group chat. If you want to join that, all the links that you need. If you want to become a member or take action on the course, again, with my discount at the moment, I'm also giving away three free months on in my chat if you're taking action on the discount on my course or my mentorship. The mentorship, I'll also throw in the course completely for free. You can take action through these two links or message me on my Twitter, and I can follow up with more details on that. But coming back to this, why I don't like trend lines is because we were accumulating over here, and on a break of a trend line, you're meant to return to the top. You can even say this was a falling wedge over here. And when you break out a falling wedge, you head back to the top. So we're yet to invalidate it completely. Again, we need to lose this. So at the moment, we're coming back down to there. We need to lose it to say, yeah, finally, like if we're down here, that's underneath that. So finally, okay, we're now here. That's underneath this point. That's invalidation of coming back up to this price point. But from our entry over here, we were looking for a 60% move to the upside. That would have been the target right up there, about a 60% move. Luckily enough for you guys, I was not just focused on that. I also had my fibs on the chart, and I told you guys there's a golden pocket here, and more specifically an 8 cents high, a resistance point that is on a psychological level. And I was constantly informing you guys that we have targets to the upside at about 14 cents. But I kept on saying on the channel, please understand, 14 cents is only going to happen if we're closing above 8 cents. So what does that mean? You need to really always read into what I'm saying in in the videos. So if Louis Crypto, me, if I'm saying that price will continue to 14 cent on the break of 8 cent, we need 8 cent to be broken, and then we will go up. So if 8 cent is not broken, we are not going up. In fact, we go down. So luckily enough for you guys, on the day right there with that green candle that pumped and rejected, I actually told you guys you can now sell and get out of the position completely, in profit of course, because we entered over here. You can get out of the position completely or take partial profits. So that was down to you. Let me know what you guys did. we can see that we're back down to the entry. So let me know if you took partial profits or completely closed that position. And this is exactly, or do you understand now why I don't like trend lines? Because we can see when a trend line is broken, you're meant to return to the top. It's not as simple as that. Luckily enough for you guys, I showed you the golden pocket. In actual fact, when you're using the fibs, I measured this move down. It's a retracement tool. So we're retracing, correcting up, and then looking for the continuation lower like this, because the original trend and the original thing that I measured with the fibs was this downward move. So as it's a retracement tool, it's pretty much saying, where do we correct to? And then when the correction is done, what happens? We continue with the original trend, which is down. And luckily enough for you guys, I told you guys to get out of that, as well as showing you this head and shoulders pattern, as well as mentioning that we're retracing back to this low as we started coming back down here. And it looks like this is all coming to fruition now. But again, at any point in time, look guys, we could keep going lower and lower and lower, but eventually in the future, when it eventually reclaims 8 cent, I know we're going away from it now, but do remember that on the break of this wick over here in the future, you know, that could be so many months away, but just remember this, note it down, or just remember in the back of your head, on the break of 8 cent, it's going to almost double and head to about 14 cent, because this is the 0.5 Fibonacci. And when we bottom out over here, from a bear market, so whole bear market over here, when we do bottom out, we tend to return to the golden pocket at some point. So that's why a few months ago we were talking about a 14 cent, a 20 cent, and even a 30 cent. But I made everyone aware back then, it could take over a year to get up there, it could take 2 years, no one knows. There's no time limit on things, just that specific targets will eventually be met if the criteria is being fulfilled. And so remember, we are not going to meet this target unless we're breaking above 8 cent. And so with that, we should not break through this, and we should retrace back to this low. And lucky enough, I was giving you all these signals, and now we're going to zoom in into this section over here. But please make sure, if you haven't already, to like, subscribe, comment for the engagement, to bump up the algorithm, because that's what it's all about. Make sure, if you haven't already, to check out that Twitter link. All these links to get over to my link tree over here, you can find it in the pinned comment section or the description down below. And head over to my Twitter so you can follow me, as we're almost at 1.9k. We're trying to push for 2k followers, but any updates, if I'm not making them on YouTube, I am making updates over here. So here, I know this is not a quant video, but literally yesterday I posted my video with a nice little support, and essentially saying we're bullish while we're still above this level. There are some upward trending lines that are lost. Look, we've got the head and shoulders over here on Quant. In actual fact, I've been talking about this potential head and shoulders here ever since this dump off 6 months ago, and not a lot of people liked it back then when I was calling for a potential head and shoulders, and it seems that it is playing out. I was calling for a dead cat bounce, which is when you come down and have a big rally up, and it's bullshit. And so it's all playing out, but it had to take 6 months of people talking down to me, and pretty much, and then eventually them turning around and be like, oh, sorry mate. But again, a lot of people don't want to listen. That's totally fine, but if you stick around long enough, you will eventually listen. I've had a handful of people, because back then in 2021 I was calling for a $70 quant while it's up at like $150, $180, $200. I was calling for a $70 quant, and it didn't go there for many months, but it eventually went down there. And I had, I'm not even joking, a handful of people saying, sorry Louis, I actually was a hater, but I stuck around long enough to see that, you know, what you said was actually legit. I can't believe I didn't really like your conviction, because they didn't really understand it. But you stick around long enough, you'll start to see everything pan out. But as we can see here, I was just moving that trend line, because you can see on the break of this trend line we're meant to go to the top, as I explained, but because we're under this, we're not going up there. And then you can see there's a new trend line as well. So that's why I simply don't like trend lines. There's always a new one, isn't there? So I don't like to use, I like to use my horizontal supports and resistance. And in actual fact, even if we just had this one that's saying we should go back to the top, then you adjust it, and then it's saying, well, you already need to reject it multiple times to actually say this is the downtrend. But we don't need the downtrend, guys. We've got the horizontal supports and resistances, and the horizontal resistance over here said without any break of 8 cent, we're not going up to that target. As simple as that. So now we'll scale down to the 4-hour time frame and look in this range. But unfortunately, on this Binance exchange chart, we can see that this does not add up. Any candle closing the next candle should open pretty much in line. So this opened slightly down, this opened way down here, so this is not correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a Bybit chart, because that's good for like short-term trading. Hbar USD, let's find it on Bybit right there. Oh, lucky for you guys, it's already drawn on. So there we go. Remember what we were saying earlier in the video? Luckily enough for you guys, let me get that right. Luckily enough for you guys. Okay, so on the Bybit chart, it's a little bit different. I saw this with Quant as well, but on the Binance chart, we saw that it did not see daily candle closes above this point. But on the 4 hour, we can see that it did. On the 1 hour, of course, as well. So look, we were acting as resistance, and then we broke through. So we're looking for this to now be used as support. Look, we got the previous resistance over here, as well as the 20 EMA, and we can see it when we got above this purple one, we were going up in an uptrend. So just hold it as support and we'll continue with an uptrend. But as we can see, before the daily candle close, we came back underneath. I don't know why this is so slanted down. Yeah, but we came back down underneath, as we saw on our Binance chart. And then we can obviously see that we returned back to our low over here. We have held it as support, as we can see on the daily time frame, but we are currently below it. So if today we do close below, as we've got Jerome Powell talking later on today in like 7.5 hours, this video will come up later, so it'll be closer to the time I'm talking as of 1 p.m. in the UK. And for me, the fundamental news event is at 7:30, so that's what I'm saying, 7.5 hours time. By the time you watch this, it's much later. But what we're seeing over here is that it had some short-term bounce simply for that daily candle close. As we can see, it was underneath, but then closed above with that nice bounce over here. But a failure to reclaim these moving averages would suggest that we're going to continue with this downtrend. As we are underneath this purple, we're continuing down. On the break above, we go up, but we've got key levels of resistance up ahead, and the 200 EMA over here. It's quite interesting. It's the same as Quant. Wow, it's incredible actually. So make sure you follow me over on my Quant videos. We do, yeah, Quant videos absolutely every day. Most of you here have been watching them, but if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on those notification bells on. And yeah, do also engage with the channel. Let me know if you've found any value or yeah, any pointers. But over here, we can see that we had come up, broken out, but then had this fake out as we suggested, and on the 4 hour time frame we see that we closed underneath the 200. So the 200 EMA is just simply suggesting what the trend is. Getting above it, we're bullish; underneath it, we're bearish. So we got above it. Wow, incredible. We should be going up, but then we didn't have consistency. We needed more closes above. So great that we closed above. That's a bearish rejection. We actually came down instantly, and that's a bearish engulfing. So in actual fact, this candlestick pattern over here, which I teach in my course, in my mentorship, suggests to come back down to the range low essentially. You could have found support on this double bottom neckline over here, because these EMAs is what's trying to keep you bullish. Again, when we got above them, we're going up. So if we can stay above them, we'll have another chance of going up. We can see with the bearish engulfing over here, these two candlestick patterns over here, this chart pattern, we actually, it was a suggestion that we've come up, now we should reverse, and then we failed to hold key levels of support, and so with that we head back to our range low, in which we confirmed our support on the daily time frame. But right now currently we are back underneath. As long as we maintain below these moving averages, price should continue lower. And when we head back to the daily time frame, as we said, we're trying to retrace down to this low. Let's see if we can see that continuation down there. What's going to probably spark the accelerate it will be Jerome Powell's talk later on today. But guys, the chart is saying it's going down regardless of what he's going to say, but it's most likely that it will go down with what he's saying anyway. But yeah, because we already had this news event come out yesterday in Australia, and they bumped up by 0.25%. So it's most likely that they're going to do the same thing. So let's see what happens next with Hbar. I'll update you guys in the next Hbar update, but make sure to follow my Twitter, and make sure you're checking out my link tree pinned in the comment section below, where you can of course join my group chat, which in the last 2 days I shared 2 cryptos, one pumped 90%, one pumped 200% in the last 2 days. If you want to be part of that chat, get these gems out early before they're on YouTube, check out my Discord chat over here. This is the first membership level. If you want to take action on my course and the mentorship, it's currently discounted. Not only that, you're going to get free Discord access to my chat for 3 months. After that, all previous students get my chat 50% off. So it'll be £10 a month going forward after your free 3 months. And now if you want to take action on the one-to-one mentorship full plan, I'm also going to throw in my course for free. So you'll get the 10 1-hour sessions of me over video calls. You're going to get the free £150 value course, which is 6 hours long and 35 plus video, and also free 3 months in my Discord community where we shared gems in the last 2 days that pumped over 200%. So yeah, everything you need is over here on this buy me a beer, buy me a coffee link, and you can just find that by clicking these links over here, or message me on my Twitter, guys, and follow me over there. Thank you.